Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Beacon Pines. When you initiate the game, it pretty much loads you straight back into where you left off, so there isn't really an introductory screen as such where I usually do these. But yeah, so yesterday we made our way into the forest to the abandoned fertilizer plant, I think it was. There's clearly something going on there. The first time we went in, I think we didn't see it happen, but I think the implication was that we died. The second time, we hid in a dumpster and found a dead body. So it's clearly something unusual happening out there. Perhaps we'll find out a bit more about what that is. But yeah, let's dive straight back in and carry on where we left off.
Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday?
Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around for a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave.
What?
If I'm not back by dinner, there's a stew in the icebox.
But
nothing. You are to stay here, understand?
Yeah.
Say it.
I'll stay here till you get back.
Good.
So if you remember in the...
Oh, and Luca, you left the icebox open yesterday. We're not made of money, you know.
I did do that. Well, that was strange. So if you remember the first episode, at the end, sort of as we began this second day, she answered the phone. And we don't know what was said, but she's gone out and banned us from leaving the house, so that's interesting. I expect we'll find a way to sneak out. Let's see what we can do in the garden. Oh, what's this?
Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror.
Right. Anything else? Oh, where Gran was standing yesterday. Nothing there.
A faint electronic sound floated in the air.
Is that coming from inside the house? I'll leave the fridge open and the tap running. Teach her a lesson. Anything going on in here? It's louder, isn't it? Maybe our bedroom? Hello? Is anyone there? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hello? Rollo, is that you? Over? Strange. Was that Rollo? Is that me moving the chair, or is that the front door? I think it must be the front door. Alright, see who's knocking. Oh, hey Roxy. If this is about me accidentally kicking you yesterday, is Rollo here? No. Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rollo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rollo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weep Wood. and then it was late and we went home. Wheatwood, if he's alive, I'm going to kill that creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Luca's mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to go let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Rollo. Where are you? Alright, well we can go check the library. Let's quickly check up here in case there's anything different. No, it doesn't look like it. What's down here? He might not let us go.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring. A sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Right, okay, maybe we don't ever go down there. Has the festival already happened? Who's this guy? Hey, Bert. Have you seen Rollo? Nope. I'm going to do a comically deep voice for him.
Though I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that was fine. I'll wait right here until he gets back.
That may or may not work, I'm not sure. Right. The pig's still asleep. Nothing going on here. Oh, howdy, Luca. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. You could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. The important thing is we'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all part of something special, Luca. And it all starts right here in Beacon Pines. I got it.
Toby looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me? Look, no offence, but I've got my own stuff to take care of. Huh. Oh, you joker. We're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you're free to answer a few questions. Can we go in here? No. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she'll be here, then she will be here. I just don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy. When I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi, Roxy needs our help. Ah, my parents wouldn't listen. No offence, but isn't Rollo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't, so I guess it's up to us to check Wheatwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We could spend the time making posters. That would be great. I guess. Right, Fitz and I will check Wheatwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Wheatwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. I'm going to go talk to the mayor. What's this about a missing child?
I'm stressed that the situation is completely under control.
It all just seems so terrible. And you sure there's nothing we can do to help?
Nonsense, young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I'm certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging.
Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter, Beck, that... Now where did she run off to? Can I go up here? Oh, there's a different place up here. Who's this guy? Oh, girl. Hey, Dawn. Is it true about Rollo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. Sort of activity. Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights. Your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all that, and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where Rollo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Wheat Wood. Right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll check out Wheat Wood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night. Being a bat? Anything in the diner? Guess Mrs. Fratelli is getting ready for the harvest. Or Mrs. Fratelli. That was the name of the sort of mum gangster in the Goonies, for anyone who's not seen that film. Quite a fun reference there. Can't get in there. Can we go down here? Oh, we can. There's more stuff. Oh my god, what's that name? Hey, yes, son.
History Museum. It's laughable, really.
Did you happen to see Rollo in there?
No, just the shadow of a family. Clinging on to a town, clinging on to the past.
Cling.
Feel free to check for yourself, but don't expect to have your mind blown.
Who dis? Hey, Griffin, has Rollo been by?
Haven't seen him all day. I'm sure he'll show up safe and sound. And when he does, tell him there's a strawberry chocolate double scoop waiting for him. On the house.
He'll like that. God, I hope I don't have to speak to that person too often. I'm kind of locked into that voice now. Oh, we touched it and it says no touching. Okay, we'll go in. Sharper Valentine, a celebration of excellence.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Capital Events Fund.
I wonder if we're going to find out. Oh, that was unhelpful. I wonder if we're going to find out more about this accident and experiment that went wrong, because clearly it had a big impact on this place and our father and everything, really. So we've been told to check the library. I might go see if I can go in the drugstore. No.
There were rarely any actual new additions, simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read: Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Did Rollo come by? No. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rollo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Oh. Roger that, Space Cadet.
Mycological phosphorescence.
More like my complete loss of interest. Right, what's up here? Oh, we can actually read stuff on all the shelves.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
I'm not going to be exhaustive here, but I will look at the stuff that pops up to look at, just because, you know, we might get another charm thing, potentially.
Oh, the cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck!
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luca brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
Succulent, there we go.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu. One of the greatest acting minds of our time. By Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Ugh. Well, we got a charm. That's pretty cool.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title. Introduction to Melitology.
Ahem. Oh, hey, Luca. You snuck up on me. Good book? Dunno. Just started it.
He gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that there are 2 queens in a hive? They'll fight to the death for supremacy? Fight. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Alright, well, I think we get out of here. Someone down here? What sort of a monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Van Horn. You new here? Yep, not by choice.
Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rollo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like, missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep, well, technically I landed on heads, leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kind of like me and Rollo. I guess Rollo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. this guy's still here. Joey, have you seen Rollo around? No, sorry, Luca. I had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. I can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would have anything to do with Rollo. No, the beetles. Do you think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm no beetologist. Just keep an eye out for him, would you? Of course. What's this way? Oh, this is the weird mansion place, isn't
After
it?
the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Yeah, I think he's already told us that.
The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
I bet we have to get in there at some point. Can we get in this little building yet? No. Okay, nothing here. Skipping happily. Alright, back into the wood then. Ooh. Dang, they boarded up the way in. We throw mushrooms at it. Guess not. There is a path up here though.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of growing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick!
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
Oh.
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the? Cool.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous.
Hey, Tish, look what the cat dragged in.
Yep.
Oh, I don't have time for this right now, Iggy.
Oh, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish?
Yep.
She looks fine to me.
Why, hello. I don't think we've been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot, Tish.
Yep.
You've probably heard of us.
Can't say that I have.
I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dud?
Oh? He seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you?
Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him?
Shut up.
It's true, they got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him.
Iggy, I'm only going to say this one time. Don't talk about my family.
Well, look who's grown a backbone now that a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced.
Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Well, time to bust out the... the tickle. Or the strange. Let's go with strange.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luca, looks like you need a little mud bath.
What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Vic stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk.
Yep.
Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense. Wackadoos travel in packs, eh, Dud?
At the sight of Iggy taunting back, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
Ah!
His clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
You jerk! My clothes are ruined! I'm gonna...
His voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
I don't feel so good. Ah!
I'm sorry, I just... Oh, shit.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, he's run off. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Okay, is there... Oh, I can't cross it. Okay, fine. Is there anything to do around this way? No. That was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay.
The person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town?
We were just helping to look for Rollo.
Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago.
Really? So where was he?
Oh, it's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know.
I'm starting to get that impression.
Rollo's at his house now getting some well-deserved rest.
Oh wow, that's a relief.
You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves.
Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo.
Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you.
She was?
She was worried sick. You should march straight home.
I guess.
Beck, your folks might be getting worried, too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work, anyway.
Glanced toward Luca.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran? I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping to look for Rollo. Fridge open, tap on. Looks okay to me. Oh, she's not in the garden. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him. So I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. Turns out Rollo is safe and sound.
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
So Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess.
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out."
What?
Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice. But I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. "Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right." Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was." "Dad, we have to go." Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run." The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. That's the thing about fishing, Luca. His chest began to crystallize. You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out. A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.
Freaky.
Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rolo?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Luca! Rolo, is that you? Luca! There? Rolo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God! Listen! I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was... took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in... for now at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Just trust. He's... Hold on, someone's coming.
The signal went silent.
Rolo? Rolo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a response, his pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear you.
Rolo's voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to... the treehouse. The treehouse.
With that, the signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rolo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
I'll go do that. No idea if Gran got home.
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
There she is.
So we all understand our roles.
You can count on me.
I think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now.
I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists.
Hiram, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Heiress Valentine. Her resources would still have come in handy.
As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning.
Plans change. How's Luca holding up?
He's fine.
We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all...
I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Good.
We'll reconvene after the festival.
Oh, she's alright at least. Gran, why are you meeting with Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hey, Luca! Ah! Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran into the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? No, I'm going to stick out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca. Right, we'll move on, I guess. Some people over there. Should I talk to them? I did it. I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough to just rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. In situations such as these, odd is good.
The two boys shared a mischievous grin.
Oh, I thought they were men. They seem to be wearing suits. Apparently they're boys. I can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. I think they're talking about the museum sign. We could go and see what they've done, unless he won't let us. Alright, he wants us to go to the treehouse. Fine. Nothing at the lake. Oh no, we did this. We don't need to remember that again. Mission control. Authorized personnel only. Rolo? Rolo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rolo. Mr. Kerr said you were all right. What happened out there? Dang it, Rolo, where are you? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here, so you better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy?
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control.
So you couldn't control yourself for a second. And I get to be like this forever.
There must be a way to fix this.
Oh, you're gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and power of friendship. None of this matters, there's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weep Wood. They only came in here to hide.
Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca! Luca! Rollo? It's not safe! Luca! Rollo, where are you? The treehouse! I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe! They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards!
What did I tell ya? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me.
What sort of questions?
They were saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Less asking, more threatening.
We're gonna figure this out, Iggy.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile?
Crap, they found me.
Luca, what's happening? Don't panic, you stay here and I'll see what they want. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there.
Who's out there? Is it them?
Yeah, it's the clipboards. Bunch of them.
How many?
Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They're saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired.
Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile
On his face, sorry, I stopped that too soon.
Iggy, there you are. You gave all of us a heck of a scare.
Go away, just leave me alone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry though, we're here to help.
Help? Then why were you chasing me?
Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him, he's not well.
What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him?
Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him.
You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place, resting.
He is. Poor fellow just got a little lost.
That's a lie.
That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies.
Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo. Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar?
Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. It's the only charm I got. Fight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards.
Hey, that was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
End this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end.
I think we died again. Okay.
That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
What happens if we get a tickle here? We haven't got a different option on the current one. Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey, Tish, want to see something cool?
Yep.
Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the? Tish, is she tickling you?
Yep. Yep.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What just happened?
She seemed nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah, you got somewhere to be.
Mm-hmm.
See you around, new kid.
He kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Oh. Whoa. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh, God.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy.
Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with grey hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I weren't just playing in Wheatwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster, and we had a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And it's all my fault. Now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's going to be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm going to fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to the little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Alright, time to go back to the warehouse. What was... Oh, that's the rich house, isn't it? Okay.
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that.
Sorry. Who are you talking to?
What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really.
The whole thing's a waste of money if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet?
Not yet.
Oh, long time for a boy to lose his way.
Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost.
I suppose you're right. City boy's antics have this whole town worried sick.
Antics?
We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks.
You think this is a prank?
Oh, what other possible explanation could there be?
He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it.
No, how would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friends, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing.
Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster.
The dumpster? What were you doing in there?
First, we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him.
You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you didn't go skulking in someone's dumpster.
But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body.
I'm sure it was just some trash.
No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing?
It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Well, we died again.
Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Okay, we can't change those two. We can't change that one now. We can change this one, though. So let's give that a go. So this is when he goes to investigate the warehouse on his own, and the guy in the hazmat suit tries to grab him. This is a story about struggle.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
Okay, well, as weird as this is, we're kind of finishing this episode where we started it. I mean, we've done a lot. We've died several times. But we're going to play out this sort of branch that we've started now by struggling against that figure in the hazmat suit. I mean, Rollo won't be missing because he didn't go to the warehouse with us. He had to go home and pick carrots, if you remember from the first episode. So, yeah. I mean, it's good fun, isn't it? And there's something going on here. There is a deep mystery. Something slightly creepy going on in the woods. So that's pretty cool. But we'll find out hopefully a bit more in the next episode. So thanks very much for joining me for this. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, then please do hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. That'd be amazing. And I will hopefully see you next time for more Beacon Pines. Bye for now.